Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I'm CCPB and you're tuning into the fourth episode of Equinox in Focus. This time around, we're looking at stronger groups and enhanced goals. And I don't have one but two senior game designers with me. First of all, CCP Nomad, welcome.
Hi.
And CCP Havran.
Hi.
How are you guys doing today?
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah, very good.
You guys were in the video. We also had a blog come out earlier in the week, and then we had a video to describe the aired daily goals that are changing, the corp and how the corp goals that are coming in that we're iterating on. Let's dive in first with CCP Nomad to the corporation window. We're going to talk about what's coming, what we're iterating on, and we're actually going to show it on a test server. If we hop over to that view, we could show this and kind of play around with it like we do with these segments. Let me start off first by opening up the corp window. The first thing that we've done is we've actually given it a fresh new look. Can you tell us what is new about it?
So we changed the navigation scheme, essentially. We adopted the scheme that we are using in Air Opportunities window, where the top title bar has just few categories. The main categories, in this case, corporation, alliances, and administration, and then all the detailed sections are listed in the sidebar. So that's the main change. Before or currently on TQ, you have just layers of tabs.
Yeah, up here you just have like tab after tab after tab.
And underneath,
yes,
another set of tabs, yes.
We've also added 3 new corp projects. Can you first of all tell us what are corp projects?
So corp projects in general are just things that corporations can create, or the managers of corporations can create, to inform their members about what are the tasks that are needed to be done by the corp members, and reward them for doing those things. So there's several types of actions that those corp projects can work with, where the manager of the corporation can create a project, for example, for mining or delivering items, and the members can contribute to that and receive rewards associated with their contribution.
And this is the third time that this has been iterated on since it came in.
Correct.
And we're bringing 3 new goals now. The first one that I want to talk about is the ship loss project, which is kind of known as the SRP one. Can you tell us how that works?
Yes, this one is odd and funny because, like, how do I contribute? I lose a ship.
Yes. It's not like the other ones where you're asking them to go out and get something. In this one, hey, go lose your ship.
Yes.
But how do you foresee players use it?
So you can set up this project, and there are a few parameters that you can change. You can specify the type of the ship that needs to be lost, then the location in which the loss should happen, and also who should be the attacker. And you can specify the organization, as in alliance, corporation, or militia, or specific character. So maybe you want to reimburse only losses caused by one guy.
Interesting.
If you want to. Or you can just go broad and leave all those options empty. Then you will be your corporation will provide payment for any type of loss anywhere, and independently from who caused it.
So SRP, for those who don't know, is something that the alliances kind of have third-party apps for. This is a way to get this into the game and in the hand of people who might not have an IT department, which is kind of crazy for some newer players. There are groups out there that have whole IT setups. This kind of levels the field a little bit. This allows smaller groups to have a way to have these SRP programs, to have incentivize people to go out and fight and do things that the corp wants them to do, and say, hey, if you lose your ship, you'll get a free one immediately.
Yes, and of course the tools, the third-party tools that players are using in bigger organization can be more sophisticated, allowing for more options.
Yes.
But at the same time, they don't work as a guarantee. They happen after the fact.
Yes.
Right? Where your alliance or your corporation promises to reimburse your ship after you lose it. Here, you have a guarantee, because before you lose the ship, you see the project up and you know that you will get paid as soon as you lose it, and that will happen automatically and instantly. So that's also a difference between this and third-party tools.
Nice. I think we've covered for most part the SRP part, but it's going to kind of go hand in hand with the next one we want to talk about, which is the earned loyalty points. Because I foresee that lots of groups in low-sec, for example, who are doing factional warfare, could both be using this and the earn loyalty points one. Could you tell us what the earn loyalty points goal and project looks like?
So how it works is that if you, as a corp manager, the CEO or director or project manager, you set up this project type, you can specify which type of LP you want to reward, and by type I mean the issuing corporation.
Yeah.
Like which NPC corporation this LP is issued by, and when anyone in your corporation earns this LP in any way, then they contribute automatically to this project,
Yep.
and thus can be rewarded with the amount that you specify when you create it. So you can assign particular ISK reward per one LP, be that 1,000 ISK, that's like average acceptable value of LP in the game.
Yeah.
If you want to consider any LP, for example, but you might consider specific LP that you want to pay more for. And at the same time, you could set the corporation LP tax
Yes.
at 100% or 50% or whatever percent you feel that works for you and your members, and thus automatically collect the LP that members earn and pay them for it for the LP automatically through the
That kind
project.
of transfers transforms the kind of taxing of LP into like a buyback program,
Yes.
where instead of you're telling people to go out and get LP and try to fund yourself that way, they then have to take that LP and use it in the LP stores and turn it into profit later. You're kind of just saying, hey, let's just pool it all in one place with 100% tax. Some groups will do that.
Yeah.
And for every X amount of LP, we'll pay you this much. This is going to be a
correct.
fantastic tool to do these kind of buyback programs for it. As long as you obviously trust that you're going to get paid what you're supposed to get paid.
Of course.
And read the fine print, of course. 100% LP tax sounds, yeah.
Yes, this may not work for everyone,
No.
of course, but for some groups this will be very useful.
Perfect. The third one that's coming in is a salvaging one. Talk us a little bit about that. It kind of seems a bit self-explanatory, but what is that project?
So every time a member performs a successful salvage action, as in they activate salvager module on a ship and they actually get some salvage from a wreck, they will contribute to that type of project, and the managers can associate a reward with associated with that. Right? You can set a reward. So this might just incentivize people to do things. Essentially, you as a manager, you want your members engaged, and whatever their playstyle is, like the more options you have to keep them engaged, the better. And this can be used as an incentive, for example, for newer players to engage with salvaging, which is actually pretty good income source.
It's a lot better than people know.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that.
if they can pair up with some older friends in the corp, some more longer time playing players who, for example, want to just run missions through and don't want to salvage and want to keep the salvage on the field, they can just pair up with some newer players who will be salvaging, and this project would be a good incentive for that.
Yes.
But also, like I said that in the video, kind of like a joke, but it is true that you can set this up so you can monitor who is actually salvaging when and where.
Yes.
So you can find that one person who does that during the fleet ops.
Who's the one not actually shooting but filling their pockets always.
Yes. Yeah.
That's really cool. I can foresee people using this, like you say, to incentivize. I mean, salvage is used for building rigs, and it's actually very valuable to pick up. But most people who are doing one thing, they don't really want to also then afterwards clean up after themselves. But there's a lot of money laying around there, and this is a cool way to incentivize people.
This is a very good like collaborative activity where one person does one thing and the other does.
I remember as a newer player chasing around people in nullsec and like, is there anything I can salvage? And you would chase after this guy who would finish his havens and you just pick up everything. Yeah.
Another reason for it is that salvaging isn't very well exposed in the game as an activity. Like, we don't talk much about it in the agency or in the tutorial or anywhere for that matter.
Yeah.
So this is really like one of the first times that we expose salvaging, and we actually give players tools to communicate it.
Yeah.
Right? It's not really coming from us. It is from your CEO, your director. They will communicate.
Or the corp managers.
Yes, yes.
So the core project and the daily goals, if we go over to CCP Harvard, they use the same technology. They have the same underlying tech, and it has been improved to load much faster. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We had a problem with like the servers being overloaded with the daily goals previously, and we have optimized it and improved that. It takes it's much faster now to load them.
So just loading times is going to be more enjoyable to use.
Yes.
If I open this up real quick, if I were to create a goal, it would obviously go into the projects tab here. Actually, I have it right down here, opportunities. This is the Air daily goals, but I'll also see in the opportunity tab itself, I would see core projects. This is all working together with the other tab, correct?
Well, not really.
I mean, the core projects are coming into here.
Yes, the core projects are coming into there, and daily goals are coming in the other tab.
Yes.
They use the same technology, but they are not connected in the game. Yeah.
When it comes to the daily goals, we've updated them, and something's going to be changing here. We're not going to have the login kind of rewards that we've had or become accustomed to, where you just kind of log in, click a few buttons, and close your client on many alts. How is it changing?
So, as you said, the daily login rewards are not going to be a thing anymore, and instead we are introducing this reward track that you can see at the top of the screen. And this reward track is monthly, which means that you have 30 days to, or around 30 days to complete it. It has 12 steps, and how you go each step is you have to complete at least 2 daily goals a day. So you see in the middle of the screen over there, destroy 25 non-capsuleers and scan 5 signatures. You can choose 2 out of these 4 goals, complete them, and that way you progress 1 step on the reward track. And you get
Will this every day have a different 4-choice option?
Yes, they are generated every day, and they are same for all the capsuleers, but yeah, they are different every day.
Perfect. So I could be doing the same thing. We could both be doing the reward track every day, but maybe I don't really want to go scanning. I just want to destroy non-capsuleers and scan a few things.
Yes.
So, but you're not going to have one guy get the really easy goals one day and someone else go, oh, I have this one again. That's different.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Everybody has the same goals on the given day.
Good.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the actual rewards here, because of course the initial thing is like, oh, I got to go and do stuff. But what are you doing it for?
So we have 4 milestones, we call them, on the reward track. Each milestone is achievable on the 3rd day of completing the daily goals. And as you can see, the first milestone is arrow marks. Second milestone is items and design elements for the new scanner tool. So you can advance on the reward track and try the scanner tool if you want.
If I interject here with that, will it be the same skin that I would get, or color or pattern as you would get?
So in the scanner item reward, that is, we have a crate with 10 randomized skins. So when you get the crate every month, you will get a different skin every time.
I like it.
Yeah.
And then moving on from there, so I think a lot of people are going to rush this immediately. It's going to take them a few days.
Yeah, it is.
But getting more colors and more sequencers is going to be very, very handy.
Yeah, and the 3rd milestone, we are giving out 5 plex and 8 million ISK. And you can see the top row is for Omegas.
Yes.
And the bottom row is for Alpha players. And Omega players will get both of the rows.
And then it ends with skill points at the very end.
Yes.
And I think one thing to note is that this isn't per account, right? This is per character.
Yes, exactly.
Which means you could be doing these daily goals on all 3 character slots, each of them earning these rewards. And if I'm not mistaken, you get more SP at the end of the month if you were to do this than with what we currently have.
Yes, there's more potential there's potential to get more SP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to go out and do stuff.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, the horror.
Yeah, so one comment. I now need to do stuff to get rewards.
How dare you, CC?
And I couldn't tell whether that was sarcastic or not.
I think it's a bit of both.
Yeah, but we feel it's important to get more people engaged and more people in space out of the hangars.
I think this is great.
Yeah, I think we could sum it up because, like, as you described, this track takes 12 days to
Yes.
complete, and we would rather see players logging 12 days in a month and doing something every day than logging in 30 days
Exactly.
and not doing anything.
Yes.
That's
I
the
think
premise.
everyone here is going to agree with that sentiment that you would
More
much
people
rather
in space.
exactly
Yes.
more people in space rather than people just in station logging in to click a claim button, right?
Yeah.
But again, 12 days. This is quite easily done throughout the whole month. You can do it over the 20 days. You can do it, but the fastest you can possibly finish is 12 days. Is that correct?
Yes, it is. So it's up to you. You can do 2 days, then give yourself a 5-day break,
Yeah.
and then do 2 days again. Just 12 days out of the month. 12 days out of 30.
And then will it reset on the first of every month?
Yes, it resets on the 1st.
Perfect. Will the rewards be the same every time, or will it shuffle around? Will these change month to month?
They will not change. They will be the same every time.
Okay. What about the goals themselves? What type of goals besides these two do you remember being in there?
So there are many goals in there. As you can see, each one of these goals is from a different career. So we have Enforcer, Explorer, Industrialist, and Soldier of Fortune. We have actually added 2 new goal types based on the corporation project. So we have Salvage Rex and Earn LP. And there are many other goal types available that have already been in the game since the last expansion. So we have scan 5 signatures, but we have also scan 2 combat sites or scan 2 relic sites, stuff like that. Armor repair other capsuleers. You can see we have also shield repair capsuleers. We have a capture factional warfare complex for factional warfare players.
So a very healthy mix of all kinds of goals, but
yes,
with the added benefit of you only have to do 2 out of the 4 every time.
Exactly, because not all players focus on all the paths in the game, so they can just do what they feel familiar with.
Yes. Maybe some people have to steal some of their market alts to go out and do things.
Yeah, maybe.
That's their problem.
I mean, it still should be achievable for everyone.
Yes,
it is.
The mix of the 4 goals.
Yes.
And the fact that you need to choose only 2.
Okay, we've covered both the goals and the air dailies. There is another thing, which has to do with our hangars. You guys can both absolutely chime in on this, but there are now these cards that you can have as a selectable. What you call this? An icon. You can either have it in the old icons that you guys are used to, but these cards here. Let's talk about them. What they are.
So we kind of wanted to make the ships more prominent and bring forward some of the important information that the ships have for newer players, because like if you look at the previous view in the icons, you have to like hover over it and then go into the like specific menus to see what they can do.
Yeah.
But on the cards, it's actually all listed. So if you go back and you, for example, hover over the little icons that are in the under the ship icons.
Traits.
Yeah, traits.
The
yeah.
traits.
These
yes.
traits, yeah. So you can see what these ships are good at. So this is a large ship, it's a combat ship, drone ship, and armor.
This I see being very helpful for a newer player instead of, I mean, I think everyone here will know the journey of seeing these icons and just seeing ships, maybe not in their hangars, but wherever, and always going to show info and trying to go through many different windows of what is this thing actually. So having this as, you know, a newer player, if you see a ship that's suddenly in your hangar through a mission that you got or something, and it pops up with this card, you can now learn more about it. What does this actually do?
Yes.
At a glance, understand what it is. But there's another thing here, which you guys showed me just moments before the stream started. That kind of blew my mind, because usually when I'm going through my hangar of ships and I'm trying to figure out which ship has what fit on it, right? What have I got laying around? I will always open this and I'll drag this thing, go, well, what was this one again? And I'll go into ghost fittings and go, oh yeah, that was the missile one with this fit. The cool thing about the cards is this little button here.
Yeah, you can just hover over that button and see
That's
what
crazy
the ship
cool.
fit the ship has.
So for any assembled ship in your hangar, if that button is grayed out, then it means it's just an empty ship.
Yes.
But if it's white, then it means there's something fitted on that ship, and you can hover over to see what the fit is. So you no longer have to make your ship be called with some cryptic information for
Exactly.
you to remember what
Or
was the
people
ship
who,
on
who
it.
name their ship something else. They call it, Scramfit, but it's actually point
Yeah.
one, like those type of fits, right?
Yeah, but here you will be able to find the ship you are looking for much more.
I think it's
easily.
fantastic. I mean, if you're looking for a bunch of different ships, you're like, which one had what fit? Just at a glance, being able to hover over the buttons and go, oh, it's that one. Oh yeah, let's hop into this one. This is gonna save a lot of time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's-
from the utility perspective, yes. But also there's something nice about these cards, how they look.
Yes,
They
it's very
look
satisfying.
more modern, but also they have the faction logo in the background. If you notice, I imagine for some people it will be the point of pride to share the screenshot
Yeah,
of their hangar, like all Minmatar, no Amars allowed. Right.
I like it.
Yeah.
There's another new benefit as well, where if you double click on a ship, if it's packaged like this one,
Mhm.
it'll unpackage and hop me into it, right? So I
Yes.
don't have to do an extra click. Obviously, if I'm unpackaging a ship, I'm intending to use it. So if I double click on it, it'll prompt me with this. What is this?
Yeah, this is a prompt to name your ship, and we thought this was important, especially for new players, to actually expose the functionality that you can actually name your ship.
Yes.
And it's good for new players for the reason that players sometimes target newer players because they have their ship named like a default name.
Yes.
So this is gonna help, we think, a little bit.
So I could just name my ship here with a smiley face, enter, and it'll hop into that ship immediately. This is going to save a lot of extra clicks instead of assembling a ship, double clicking it again. This is fantastic. I like this a lot.
Yeah. And if you double click on the card of the active ship, it actually opens the fitting, so you don't have to look for the
Nice.
Neocom icon
Yeah.
to find the fitting.
This one-
Same, like you can double click on the background, it opens the cargo of your active ship. Here it opens the fitting of the active ship.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like this a lot. Especially this functionality here. Say you have a bunch of extras, and you're like, which one am I trying to hop into? Oh, that one wasn't fit. This one here has the fit that I'm looking for, or maybe
Yeah.
looking for an armor one or a shield one. Or this is fantastic. I think we've almost come to the end of what we wanted to talk about. Do you guys think there's anything we missed when it comes to the corp goals or corp window itself?
Maybe we should just say it again that we
Yeah.
started the journey with improvements to organizations in general a year ago
Yes.
in Viridian, and we are not stopping.
No.
We are every
Last time we
expansion.
were doing this, we had a chat about the iterations that were happening with the last expansion.
Mhm.
Here we are again talking about new projects being added. Yeah, we were adding on to this functionality that is the corp, just the goals, the managing of corps. It's fantastic.
Yeah, we know that corporations are at the heart of the social
Yes,
aspects of EVE, and EVE is all just social stuff. right?
absolutely.
Like we wouldn't be
And-
playing this alone.
No, and the stronger the corp, the stronger the alliance as well. So if you're in alliance, I know a lot of people are yelling out for, what about alliance gold and alliance this and that.
Just wait a bit.
Also
We'll get
embrace
there.
that a stronger corp will mean that a stronger alliance will be at the back of that as well. For the corp, the air goals as well, I think we covered that pretty well.
Yeah, I think we covered everything.
And then the hangar itself, that's kind of all we wanted to talk to you guys about today. Thank you guys both so much for taking a moment to talk about this. It was short and sweet, but we'll see you again next week with, this is actually the last In Focus series. We've done 4 in a row now. Next week, where there's going to be a chat with the directors. And then you guys all get the actual patch notes in your hands on Friday, about a week and something from now, which I'm really excited for you to see. There's a couple extra things in that you don't know about yet, which is cool. From us here at CCP, thank you for tuning in. Have an awesome rest of the day. I'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.